You. Hello, everyone. Welcome to yoga. Happy Friday. We are going to start in a seat. So you can stay on your back though if you want. We're just going to work with our breath for the first few minutes of class. So take a comfortable seat. You can be cross legs or you can on your sitting on your knees, whatever is comfortable for you. Just get comfortable. Try to let your eyes close, maybe roll your shoulders back a little, and then maybe roll them forward. And just start to center yourself here so you can start to focus on how we feel internally. With your eyes closed, sometimes that can help, but beautiful sunny day. So I understand if you want to keep your eyes open. So we'll just start breathing here. And we're going to really connect with our breath the first few minutes of class. So just really try to slow down your breathing. Start to slow your inhales and empty your lungs completely, maybe out of your mouth, just releasing everything out of your body that doesn't serve you. And we'll take 5 breaths, 5 deep pranayama breaths, working with our yoga breath. So slowing down our breath with each inhale, filling up your lungs slowly. Out. Do that 4 more times. Just really feeling grounded, centered. Your time with your breath here, creating a peaceful state of mind. More breath. Just breath that. Slowly release out of your mouth. Exhale, let it out. Then we'll come into some seated twist. So we'll just inhale our arms up, and then we'll exhale to the right, dropping our hands. And we'll stay here for 3 breaths. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist a little more. 2 more breaths. We'll inhale our arms up and exhale to the left, just giving a little spine stretch here. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale to twist a little more. 2 more breaths. Last breath. We'll inhale our arms up, place our hands back down, and then we're going to come into a tabletop. So knees under your hips, wrists under your shoulders, back is flat. And then once we're here, we're just going to move through cats and cows. So we're going to inhale for cow, dropping our belly, lifting our heart, lifting our tail. And then we're going to exhale to hunch our spine, chin to chest. And inhaling to drop your belly, lift your tail, lift your heart, gaze behind you, throat stretch. And then exhale, curl your spine nice and deep here. And then inhaling, heart lifts. Really exaggerate your stretch here. And exhale, hunch your spine. And we'll do this for 3 to 4 rounds of breath. And you can start moving in a way that feels organic for you. Invitation to keep your eyes closed so that you can just feel how you feel and not worry about how you look or how your neighbor looks. Just move your body with your breath organically, maybe making some hip circles, breathing with every movement. 3 more cycles of your version of cat and cow. Just staying connected with our breath. Breath here. And then we'll find a flat back in tabletop when you finished your last round of breath. And we'll keep our left palm pressed in and we'll raise our right arm, inhaling to stretch. And then we're going to thread the needle, exhale, right arm underneath left, right cheek to mat. It feels good for me to extend my left arm overhead, but you can do whatever you want with your arm. You can half bind your arm if you're craving more of a twist. Stay here for 3 breaths. Just moving slowly, gently, warming up our bodies and staying connected with our breathing. Last breath. Now inhale your arm up, raise it up to the sky, twist your wrist around if that feels good. Bring your palm back down, and then we'll move through a cat-cow transition. Inhaling, heart lifts. Exhale, hunch your spine nice and tight. And then right palm down. Inhale your left arm up, reach nice and wide, open up your heart. And then exhale, send your left arm under, left cheek on the mat. Option to bring your right arm all the way overhead for a nice big stretch. And take 3 breaths here. Remembering to slow our breath down as much as we can so that we move intentionally with care and love for our bodies. Nice breath here. And then when you finish emptying your lungs, inhale to reach nice and high. Exhale your hands down and come into a child's pose. If child's pose is too much for you and your knees, you can simply sit up and find a little meditation spot. This is just another invitation to connect with your breath. Maybe when you inhale, you'll bring your chest a little closer to the mat, really melting into the floor, reaching your fingertips overhead. Exhaling and letting our hips sink back a little deeper, just creating a nice stretch in our body. Take 3 breaths here. No need to rush. Just honor yourself. Do what feels good. If there's ever a pose that doesn't feel good for you, you can always take something different. Take one last breath here. And we inhale, we're going to come back in table and we're going to start to work on some balancing here. So we're going to move into bird dog. So bird dog, left leg out, toes pointing down, and then reach your right arm up like you're shaking someone's hand. Inhale to lift your heart like the cow heart. Exhale, hunch elbow to knee like cat spine. Really crunch down. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen even longer. Reach and lift. And exhale, curl nice and tight. Last one. Inhale, reach, reach. And exhale, curl elbow to knee. Release your knee and palm and come through a cat cow. Over, right leg out, toes pointing down. Inhale your left arm up, reach, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to lengthen and reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. The last one, biggest breath, biggest reach. And exhale. Come back into child's pose. Take 3 breaths in your child's pose. Try to slow your breath down. We're going to do one more floor balancing after your last breath here. Come back up to the table. We're going to move through bird dog again, right leg out, toes pointing down. Inhale your left arm up, and you can stay here for 3 breaths, or you can reach back and grab your foot. It's going to be a little challenge here, but if you stay with your breath, you should be able to lift your heart a little more and take 2 more breaths. It's okay if you wobble. It's okay if you fall out. We all do. Just breathe, lift your heart a little more, and then release. Knee and palm, cat cow. And then we'll move to the other side. Left leg out, toes pointing down. Inhale your right arm up. Stay here for 3 breaths or reach back for a little challenge. Lift your heart, 3 breaths here. Really feel your pectorals stretch. Twisting is so good for our organs. Balancing is good too. 1 more breath. Release down. Come into 1 more child's pose. Take 3 breaths in child's. And remember, if you love child's pose, you can always come back to this pose if anything ever feels a little out of reach, or you want to catch your breath or take a break. Child's pose, down dog, shavasana are good ways to go. Take another breath here. Inhale the table. If you're feeling it, you can do a cat cow just for funsies. Otherwise, curl your toes, take an inhale, and then exhale to send your hips up for down dog. So let your knees be a little bent here so your back is flat. We want your back to be nice and straight. Let your fingers be nice and wide on your mat like a tree frog. And just take 3 breaths here. Really feel all 4 points of your body. 2 hands, 2 feet, connecting to your mat. Let your head dangle. Let it hang loose. Try not to hold any tension here. Take 1 big breath. Inhale to look up at your hands. Exhale fully, walk up to your hands. And then inhale your first half lift. So hands on chin, back is flat. And then exhale to fold. Your feet can be spread here, hip width or 2 fists apart. And we'll be in our first forward fold. So there's options here. You can grab opposite elbows for ragdoll. I personally like to massage my calves while I'm down here because it just feels good to give your body extra love. Any way you can. You can also cup the back of your head and give yourself a little occipital massage. And then inhale to lift your tail. Exhale to fold deeper. 3 more breaths. Just let your low back get some release here. You sway left and right. Sometimes that feels good on the low back. 2 more breaths. Breath. If you are in ragdoll, you can release your grip. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold even deeper, chest to thighs. And then we're going to inhale to rise 1 vertebrae at a time like a rag doll. Let your head come last. Just take your time coming up. And then once you're up, you can do some shoulder rotation, back, and then forward. And we'll move through our breathing segment, moksha pranayama, freedom breathing. So inhale, Taking our time when we inhale, maybe your gaze follows your fingertips, sipping in the air, holding it, and then exhale, hands to your heart. Do that 2 more times, filling up our lungs more and more each way, really working with our breath, our connection with our breath, and slowing down a little. Exhale, hands to heart. Last one, biggest breath, inhale. Stay, hold it at the top for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale. Now release your hands for traditional mountain. You can close your eyes here and just find like a nice meditative state. If you want to give yourself like dedication or a mantra, or just be in the mountain pose for 3 breaths. Never forget to breathe. Last breath here. We'll inhale our hands up and we're going to come into some side stretches. So you can bring your feet closer together, clasp your fingers, release your index, zip up like on an inhale, and then exhale to the right into standing half moon. And we'll be here for 3 breaths. So maybe inhale to lengthen, exhale, dive deeper. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Inhale up. You can take a little breath here. You can bring your elbows up, give yourself a little tricep stretch, re-lengthen on an inhale, and then exhale to the left, stretching the right rib cage, releasing anything out of there that we do not need. Inhaling to lengthen, exhale, go deeper. Last breath. Inhale up. Now we're going to come into a 3-part back bend. So your feet can be a little separated here if you need some more stability. Just separate your hands and pretend that you're holding like a little ball. And what we're going to do is trace that ball along the ceiling until our heads drop back. Once they do, let your jaw be open here and take a breath. And then exhale, open your hands to cactus arms, deeper back bend. Breathe. And maybe you open your arms to angel wings for an even deeper back bend. Take another breath. Exhale fully. Inhale yourself up. Slowly, hands overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. And then we're going to come into a supported back bend. So this should feel really good for you. So put your hands in your invisible back pockets and then flap your wings here. And then inhale to look up. And then this time when you exhale, trust yourself falling back with the support of your hand. Go deeper. Let your mouth be open. Let something go in your jaw, your throat. 3 more breaths. You got this. Last breath. Inhale, come up slowly. And then we're going to put peace finger our hips and we're going to hinge at our hips with a flat back into a forward fold. Come down slowly. And then once you come down, we're going to take gorilla pose. So gorilla pose, you stand on your palms so that your toes are like tickling your wrists. This is a really beautiful wrist stretch here. You can also just grab the back of your calves or take ragdoll too. But we're going to be here for 3 breaths. So inhale, straighten your legs a little more. Exhale, bring your forehead closer towards your knees. Never has to go there. It's just always a goal in mind. 2 more breaths. Last breath here. You wiggle your toes and tickle your wrists. That feels really good. Release your hands from your feet. Inhale halfway. And then exhale and come into a plank pose. We're going to be in plank for 3 breaths. So you can bring your knees down for modified plank. You just want your back to be flat. You don't want any like curves in here. And we're working on our core. Our core has already been woken up. So just press the mat away on an inhale, feeling your shoulders expand. Stay for your exhale. 2 more breaths. Last breath here. Come forward on the balls of your feet so your shoulders are over your wrists, and exhale to lower down. Uncurl your toes. Inhale your heart up for cobra. And then we're going to exhale into down dog. Second down dog, maybe it feels a little better. Walk your dog out. Shake your head yes and no. Notice your hands. Are they nice and wide on your mat? Your head heavy. Knees a little bent so your back is flat. Take another breath. Exhale out of your mouth. And then inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your foot through the middle of your hands. Release your left knee, and we're going to come into low lunge. So low lunge, when you feel stable, inhale your arms up. And we're just going to be here for 3 breaths. We have another low lunge after this. So we're just going to be in just a classic low lunge. You can come forward more into your right knee if you're craving a deeper bend. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Bring your hands down, and we're going to come into lizard pose. So lizard pose, just toe heel your foot out to the outside of your mat. Make sure your left leg is extended. You can just keep your hands up, arms extended for lizard. Or if you want to lounge your lizard, bring your forearms down. And this is a deep hip opening stretch here. So go easy on yourself. You don't have to fully get into this deep stretch. You can just breathe and work towards it. You practice this every week, it should feel a little better each week. So just 3 breaths. Try to unclench your jaw. Stay with your breath. One more breath. Inhale to bring yourself back up. Toe heel your foot back to center. And we're going to come into our second low lunge, but this time optional back bend. So inhale your arms up. If you don't want to take the back bend, just stay like this, or you can cactus your arms and let your head drop back for 3 breaths. Stay with your breath. One more breath. Inhale your arms up. Then we're going to exhale our hands down and come into half split. So stretching our right leg, stretching our hamstring, our calf. You can point your toes and around your forehead close to your knee and take 3 breaths. Back up to low lunge. Curl your left toes and lift your knee. Step your right foot back for plank. Push the mat away for plank, then exhale to low plank. Inhale your heart up, and then exhale down dog. Get your breath here. Reconnect with your breath. And then inhale your left leg up. Step through. Coming into your low lunge. Once you have your legs the way you want them, your left knee should be at like maybe a 90-degree angle. Then bring your arms up and just breathe. That's all you got to do is breathe. 3 breaths. Yeah, if you have like knee problems, you can roll up your mat. Just stay with your breath. Bring your hands down and then walk, toe heel your left foot out to come into lizard. And you can just put your foot as much as you want. You don't have to go as deep as your neighbor, just whatever your sweet spot is. Stay there and just breathe into it. But if you want to explore deeper, you can bring your forearms down. More breaths. Pull yourself back up. Toe heel your foot back to the center. Second low lunge with a back bend if you want. You can choose different arm variation this time if you want to challenge yourself. 3 breaths in whatever back bend you choose. Clasp your hands behind your back, cactus arms. Flat. Frame your foot and exhale to send yourself back for half splits. 3 breaths here. Inhale to come up. Curl your right toes, lift your right knee, step back to plank. Push the mat away, inhale, exhale to lower. Inhale your heart up and come into child's pose or a seat. 50 seconds of rest, water, whatever your body needs. If child's pose feels really good to you, you can spread your knees a little wider. You love the hip opening. We have one standing vinyasa to go, one balancing, and then we'll come down to some restorative poses. 45 minutes really goes by fast. 3, nice, nourishing. Breath. Nice cool down. Then we're going to build a little heat again. So inhale, table. Curl your toes. Exhale, hips up for down dog. Maybe this down dog feels a little better for you. Just take a nice big grounding breath here. And we'll inhale our right leg to the sky. Exhale to step through, and we're going to come into high lunge. And we're going to be in high lunge for 3 breaths. So you're on the ball of your left foot, arms up, sink a little deeper if you want into your right knee. 2 more breaths. Really stay with your breath here. And then we're gonna twist to the right with our arms expanded open for 3 breaths. Last breath here. Inhale your arms up. Turn all of your toes to the left. We're gonna come into straddle fold. So you're gonna pigeon toe your feet if you have, as long as you don't have like low back problems. Inhale and take a back bend, lift your heart. When you come down, hinge with a flat back. Let your nose like trace the wall. You have a wall till you can't see it anymore. And then curve down, grabbing the outsides of your feet. Feel that amazing stretch. So with your upper arm strength, grabbing your feet, you can be pulling yourself closer. So you're still actively using your arms here for strength. Bringing your forehead closer to the ground. 3 more breaths. Release your grip from your hands. Inhale with your arms out for core work, half lift, and then come all the way up. Turn your toes to the right. Inhale, arms up for high lunge. Stay for your exhale, and then we'll float down to the ground, stepping back to plank, exhaling to low plank. Inhale your heart up, and then exhale, down dog. Take a breath here. Big breath. Let something go out of your mouth. Then inhale your left leg to the sky. Step through, high lunge. 3 breaths in high lunge. So just catch your breath here. Trust yourself with your balance. Stay with your breath, always. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Then we'll twist to the left with our arms extended. You can look towards your left fingers if you want. 3 breaths. Inhale your arms up. Turn all your toes to the right, facing the beautiful lake. And then we're going to take our second forward fold, but this time we're going to clasp our hands behind our back. So we have this, our fingers crossed, and then we're going to inhale our back bend, lifting your heart. And then we're going to exhale to come down. If you don't have shoulder problems, just let your fist come way, let gravity take course here. It feels really good to get that shoulder release. If it's too much for you, let go of your hands anytime. Take another breath. And then release your hands and take some freedom movement here. If you want to twist, this is a really beautiful spot to twist. You can use your left hand to grab your right ankle and then right arm up. And then switch sides. Right hand, left ankle, left arm up. We're going to be down here for a few breaths. So take some freedom in your straddle fold. You can do some side lunges if you want. Just allow your hips to get a nice, good release here. And 3 more breaths. Whatever you want. Just be in your nice hip stretch here. Another breath. I'll bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, half lift for core. Bring yourself all the way up. Turn your toes back towards the left, coming into your high lunge just for a breath. And then we're going to flow down for maybe our last flow. Inhale, plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale your heart up. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath here. Full breath in. Fully exhale out. And then look up at your hands. Empty your lungs and walk towards your hands. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale to fold. Then inhale to slowly rise. One vertebrae at a time. Hands overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. And we'll come into our balancing pose. We're just going to do tree pose today. It'll be challenging for many. It's very good. So we're going to balance into our left foot first. Then we're going to turn our right leg out and then bringing our foot either to your inner thigh or towards your ankle, just not on your knee. So choose where you want your leg, your foot, and then choose your arms. Maybe you want to bring your arms up. Maybe you want your arms to your hands to your heart. Just whatever leaves you want. It's whatever you want. We're going to be here for 5 breaths. So just really try to find focus. Stay with your breath. Building strength, building balance, and trust with ourselves. Also being mindful when we stay connected with our slow breathing. So 3 more breaths. Release your right foot. Sometimes it feels good to shake out your balancing foot. Then we'll move to the right. Balancing into our right foot. Choosing where we want to bring our left foot. Feels good for you, what feels good for today. Maybe doing different hands than last time. I'm going to do reverse prayer hands behind my back, but you can do whatever feels good. Sometimes it's good to have a little challenge, something we haven't done before. Then just find a still point to focus on and come back to your breath always. 2 more breaths. Full breath. To our heart, release our foot. And we're going to transition down to the mat through a yogi squat. So if this is a little too intense for you, you can just come into a seat right away. Otherwise, bring your seat down, knees are spread, heart is lifted, just more hip opening. And we'll just take 3 breaths here. You can always bring your hands down and do some twists. That's really good for your hips to just move and twist. Feels good. 2 more breaths. And then bring your hands down behind you and come into a seat. We're going to come into our seated spinal twist. So left knee is crossed down. Your left foot is on towards your right inner thigh. And then you're going to pick up your leg and bring it over your left knee so that you're in this like little twist. Then your right hand is going to come behind you. And then you're going to inhale to lift up, lift your heart, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the right, and we'll be here for 3 breaths. With each twist, we're going to lengthen on our inhale. Twist deeper. Look behind your right shoulder. 2 more breaths. Lengthening with each inhale. Twisting deeper with each exhale. Last breath. We'll come out of this with a counter twist to the left. Bring your hands down, a little forehead bow. And then we'll come up and switch our legs out. So right knee down on the earth, lift up our left leg, crossed our body or leg. Left hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen your right arm up, and then exhale, twist to the left. Half Lord of the Fishes pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist deeper, looking behind your left shoulder. 2 more breaths. Lengthening with each inhale, twisting deeper with each exhale, really giving us a nice soul rinse. Release out of your twist with a counter twist to the right, forehead down. And then we'll come up and we'll take our soles of our feet together for a seated butterfly, but we're going to transition onto our backs this way. So if your hips are a little tight, you can bring your heels a little farther away and then bring your palms down, then your elbows, and then just allow yourself to come down and let gravity take a hold. If you are craving a deeper hip stretch, you can lift up your sit bones, walk your heels close to your seat, then release your seat back down. Recline butterfly. And here we'll take 5 breaths. You can have one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Or if you're craving a cool down and you're a little sweaty, you can just bring your hands over your head for cooling energy. And close your eyes here. We're coming towards the end of class, so we want to come back to our center and come back to our pranayama breath, our slowed down breathing. More breaths. Gently close your legs like you're closing a book, nice and gentle. And then we're going to come into our spinal twist on the floor. So we're going to grab our left knee, bring it close to us. And then we're going to bring our knee towards the right, dropping our knee towards the right of us, opening up our left arm, looking towards the left. 3 breaths here. Release your left leg, extend it long, and then grab your right knee towards your chest, and then bringing your right knee towards the left of your body, opening up your right arm, gazing towards the right. 3 breaths. Last breath here. Release your leg. And for our final pose, we'll just do a happy baby. So grabbing your feet or your shins and just rocking left and right, giving yourself a nice back release here. You want for your body. But then eventually we will release our pose and extend our legs for our final resting pose, Shavasana. So we try to take at least a minute in Shavasana to seal our practice with gratitude for ourselves. So let your eyes close. As long as you're not in any rush to go, just try to allow yourself the 60 seconds of breathing and honoring your restful state. Back to your breath, maybe with a little visual. When you're inhaling, you can envision a lotus flower fully blooming, nice and big, expanded, and beautiful. And then when you exhale, the lotus flower closes, takes away all the toxic waste in your body and toxic thoughts. And inhaling, your lungs are growing, the lotus flower is growing, nice and beautiful and strong. And close and take another big breath here. Fully exhaling. And we'll just close practice on your back. No need to move. But I bow my head to each of you for showing up to practice. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. And I hope you all have a beautiful, gorgeous Friday. Namaste.